What's up, everyone? It's your favorite donkey here. And forgive me for saying this. Actually, I don't care if you forgive me, but we're a stupid community. Sony has caused a new scandal this past month with the release of the PlayStation 5 Pro. And I don't know if my glasses prescription needs an update, but I don't see any difference. Sony has been working hard for a long time on releasing remasters of games that came out during the TikTok generation. Not only are they not producing new content, but now they've also made a console for it? For what? For Astrobot? With all due respect to Sony's AliExpress Wally, I don't need to sell a kidney for a new console to run it. Now, I'm all for mid-gen console upgrades, right? But no disk drive, no additional features, no controller upgrade, no games, no hoes. What does the new Sony console even have? Personality? For the love of God, even their presentation was literally them shitting on the PS5. It's bonkers. For $790, Sony, I expect a Thai masseuse to massage my feet, not a console that runs 2018 games a little better. Because nothing says value like playing Ghost of Tsushima on a PS5 Pro and lying to myself that it was worth the money. Honestly, it's strange that they're focusing on upgrading the new console rather than on games that push the boundaries of the current generation. We're still playing games that come out for the old gen, and there haven't been too many titles that make me feel like we've truly leveled up. But Sony knows how to milk their fans for money, and they know the internet has a short memory. So what do they release? A collector's edition, celebrating 30 years of PlayStation. More like same number of games as 30 years ago. A little color and nostalgic design, and people lose their minds. Friends, remember, just because something looks like it's from 30 years ago doesn't mean it will make you as happy as it did 30 years ago. The PlayStation 30th Anniversary Collection is set to release on November 21st, but don't bother. Only 12,300 units are being made, and I promise you, they'll be gone in 4 hours. But let's get back to the bigger issue here. Sony's overall strategy. I've always been someone who appreciates technological innovation and forward thinking in the gaming industry, but this recent move has me scratching my head. It's almost as if Sony is testing the limits of how much they can push their fan base into accepting mediocrity for the sake of nostalgia or brand loyalty. Take a step back and think about it. What's the real incentive to buy the PS5 Pro? The PS5, despite a shaky launch with supply issues, is finally becoming more accessible. But the games that are coming out, especially the exclusives, haven't exactly justified the leap to the current generation. Sure, there have been some standout titles, but can anyone honestly say we've seen that transformative leap in gaming that previous generations delivered? Look back at the PS2 to PS3 era or PS3 to PS4. The shift was undeniable. We went from standard definition to high definition gaming, from basic online play to immersive online worlds, from simple textures to breathtakingly realistic graphics. Man, I thought this gen, they will make me a digital girlfriend.
Then something just snapped, something inside of me. I didn't care anymore.
What have we gotten with the PS5? Slightly better load times, better ray tracing for the handful of people who notice or care, and a lot of remasters of games we've already played. This PS5 Pro feels like Sony saying, here's a shiny new box. Please give us more money while we figure out what the future of gaming actually is. And speaking of the future of gaming, where are the truly next-gen experiences? I don't just mean in terms of graphics or performance. I mean in terms of gameplay innovation. Where are the games that utilize the full potential of the PS5's power, the DualSense controller, and the SSD technology? We were promised that the PS5 would break new ground, yet here we are, getting excited over remakes and slightly upgraded hardware. It's a pretty glaring issue when one of the most anticipated releases this year is another remaster, rather than a groundbreaking new IP. But how does Sony plan to move forward? It seems they're banking on nostalgia, squeezing every drop from it, much like Rockstar has done. It's a shame because Sony had the perfect opportunity to use this 30th anniversary celebration to truly excite the gaming community. They could have announced new IPs, teased groundbreaking games that fully utilize the PS5's capabilities, or even revealed more about the future of VR with PSVR 2. Instead, they chose to repackage old content and offer hardware upgrades that most gamers don't really need. The bottom line is this: we need to demand more from companies like Sony. Nostalgia can only take us so far. As gamers, we deserve innovation, creativity, and real progress in our gaming experiences. Right now, Sony isn't delivering that. So before you rush to pre-order the PS5 Pro or the 30th anniversary collection, ask yourself, is this truly the future we want for gaming? Or are we just settling for the same old tricks, dressed up in new packaging?